Hello children, welcome back to Chillab Zonal English channel. Today we are going to focus on competency level 4.7. In this lesson we are going to use nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs appropriately. Okay children, here can you see I have mentioned a sentence. This is a complete and meaningful sentence. And can you see each and every word of this sentence is underlined. Now shall we read the sentence? An old man is walking slowly along the road. An old man is walking slowly along the road. That is the sentence. And in this bar, I have given 9 words. Number 1 is preposition. Number 2, punctuation mark. Number 3, indefinite article. Number 4, helping verb. Number 5, verb. Number 6, noun. Number 7, definite article. Number 8, adjective. And number 9 is an adverb. Okay, children. Now, what you are going to do here is you are going to label these words. In English language, each and every word belongs to a word class or a category. So, you are going to find out that category these words belongs to. Now look at the first word, that is an. What is the word class this word an belongs to? This word an may be a preposition or a punctuation mark or an indefinite article or a helping verb, noun, definite article, adjective or an adverb. Can you guess what is the answer for the first one? Yes. The first word an is an indefinite article. In English grammar, we talk about articles, not newspaper articles. In English grammar, we can divide articles into 2 parts, indefinite articles and definite articles. Children, basically there are only 3 articles in English. So this word an is indefinite article. Next word, old. This word old belongs to adjectives. This word is an adjective. Next one, man. It's a noun. It's a noun. Next word is. It's a helping verb. In English grammar, there are many helping verbs, and in present form, there are 3 helping verbs. Those are is, am, are. So this word is a helping verb. Next one, walking. The basic word is walk, and we have added ing to that. So this is a verb. Next one, slowly. Slowly. This is the adverb. This is an adverb. Next word, along. Along. Can you guess the answer? It's a preposition. In English grammar, there are many prepositions. Can you tell me 2-3 prepositions you can remember? Yes, in, on, under, near, between, among. Those are prepositions. So this word along is a preposition. Next word is the. Can you guess what is this? The is the definite article. I told you earlier there are only 3 articles. Those are a, an, and the. So the is the definite article. A and an are indefinite articles. Our last word is road. Can you tell me what is this word? It's a noun. Wrote is a noun. And the last one, this dot, we can't avoid that. What do we call that? It's a punctuation mark. Its name is full stop. In English, we use punctuation marks in written English. There are some more punctuation marks, question marks, colon, semicolon, commas, inverted commas likewise. So this is a punctuation mark. Its name is full stop. Okay, children. Now, can you say each and every word belongs to a word class or a category? All these categories, or all these word class are named as parts of speech. Basically, there are 9 parts of speech in English. See whether you are familiar with these words. First one, noun, interjection, conjunction, preposition, adverb, article, adjective, verbs, and pronouns. I hope that you are very familiar with these words. But today we are going to focus on these 4 word class. Those are nouns, verbs, and adverbs and adjectives. We are going to use these word classes together and write some meaningful sentences using these word classes. First one, nouns. What do you mean by nouns? Yes. If simply say nouns are naming words. Each and everything in this world has a name. So nouns are naming words. We can use nouns, or it's a word we use for a person, animal, place, or a thing. And also, when we talk about nouns, there are different types of nouns. Number 1, concrete nouns. We can divide it into 2 parts, common nouns and proper nouns. Examples for common nouns are boys, girls, teacher, students. Those are common names, so we call them as common nouns. And the other one is proper nouns. Proper nouns means a specific name like Richard, Lahiru, London, Sri Lanka, likewise. Second one is abstract nouns. That means your feelings or your emotions. Next one, countable and uncountable nouns. Countable means that we can count one by one, and the other one is uncountable or mass nouns. Number 4, collective nouns. Can you remember collective nouns? Examples, school of fish, a colony of ants, a bunch of bananas, a bunch of flowers, likewise. Number 5, compound nouns. Can you remember you learn about compound nouns in grade 7? Here what happens? We join 2 separate nouns and we create a new noun or new word. For an example, this one, cowboy. Cow is a name of an animal and next word is boy. So we join these 2 words and create this new word, cowboy. Number 6, possessive nouns. Possessive means ownership, belongs. Number 7, regular plural nouns, and number 8, irregular plural nouns. Can you remember we did this earlier? In regular plural nouns, we add only s to the end of the singular noun, but in irregular plural nouns, we find some totally different words. For example, man, men, woman, women, person, people, foot, feet, tooth, teeth, child, children. Can you remember them now? Okay, good. Next, we are going to talk about verbs. If simply say verbs are action words. Here I have mentioned a definition. Verbs are words that are used to express an action. It's an action. Every sentence must have a verb that shows what the subject is doing or explains what's going on. Normally, each and every sentence must have a verb, and this verb shows what the subject is doing. And when we talk about verbs, there are different types of verbs: finite verbs, non-finite verbs, dative verbs, action verbs, transitive verbs, and intransitive verbs. When you are doing passive voice, you can find transitive and intransitive verbs, linking verbs, modal verbs, and auxiliary verbs. Some words are not familiar to you. It's okay, doesn't matter. Basically, you remember that verbs are action words. Now here, look at this. Blowing. This boy is blowing. Sleeping. This girl is sleeping. Skating. This boy is skating. Likewise, there are a number of action words. Run, jump, swim, eat, organize, present, perform. Likewise. And also, the important thing is when you are talking about verbs, we can divide verbs into two major parts. Those are regular verbs and irregular verbs. Children, a verb has three forms: base form, past form, and the past participle form. Can you remember this chart, this table? Those verbs that form their past participle with D or ED are regular verbs. That means you find a similar patterns when you are changing the base form into past and past participle. That is, we add ed or d to the end of the base form. Look at some examples. Accept, accepted, accepted. The same word is used. Achieve, achieved, achieved. Add, added, added. Then what happens in irregular verbs? Children, in irregular verbs, you can't find a regular pattern when you are changing the base form into past and past participle. Let's have a look at these example words. Be verbs: was, were, being. Think, thought, thought. Make, made, made. Break, broke, broken. Go, went, gone. Take, took, taken. Speak, spoke, spoken. Run, ran, run. See, we use totally different words. So these words are called irregular verbs. Let's have a look at some example sentences. This word begin. Past form is began and the past participle is begun. Now, when we talk about verbs, can you remember the 12 tenses in active voice? So, according to the tense, we have to change the verb. Now, look at the first sentence. World War II began in 1939. It's a past action. So, we have used the past form began. Next one. I begin my new diet today. Present action. And this word begin describe what is this subject is going to do. Next one. The class has begun. Hurry up, boys, go inside. Good. Now, can you remember what do you mean by nouns? Nouns are naming words and verbs are action words. Okay, this is your first activity. In this text, you are going to underline all the nouns and circle all the verbs in the text. Here I have given a very familiar folk tale, that is The Fox and the Crow. In this story, you will find many nouns and verbs. So what are you going to do is you are going to find out them and list them out. Okay, you can pause the video and you can do the activity, and after that you can resume the video. Okay, I'm going to read the text. While I am reading the text, you can jot down what are the nouns and what are the verbs. One day, a crow found a large piece of cheese. She sat in a tree and wanted to eat it. But suddenly she saw a fox. The fox came up to the tree. He looked up and saw the crow. He saw a large piece of cheese also. The fox wanted to get the cheese. He had a good plan in his mind. He says, "How beautiful you are, Mrs. Crow. You have such big eyes and a beautiful nose. Your feathers are nice too. What a pity you cannot sing to show your voice." The crow opens her mouth and says, "But I can sing. Caw, caw." When the crow opened her mouth, the piece of cheese fell out. The fox ran up to the cheese and ate it. "Thank you very much," he says. "The cheese was good, and you can sing well. What a pity you don't think well." And the fox ran away. This is the story. So, were you able to find out any nouns or verbs in this text? As I told you earlier, you can pause the video and do the activity, and after that you can resume the video. We will discuss the answers. Here, I have underlined all the nouns in red color and circled all the verbs in green color. First, let's have a look at the nouns. First one, day, crow, peace, cheese, tree, fox, plan, mind, eyes, nose, feathers, voice, mouth. Those are the nouns I found in this text. Then what about verbs? Here, found, sat, wanted, eat, saw, came, looked. Again the same verb. So you may find the same word 2-3 times. Again, saw, wanted, says, sing, show, open, says again, can, opened, fell, ran, ate, says, and think. Those are the verbs I found in the text. Okay, children, let's move on. Next, we are going to talk about adjectives. What do you mean by adjectives? Yes, if simply say, adjectives are noun modifiers. That means an adjective tells something more about the particular noun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun such as a person, place, thing, or idea. And adjectives explain about the noun. An adjective can tell about the color of that noun. Black, blue, coral, green, pink. Likewise, you can say black eyes, blue eyes, or black hair. Likewise. And also an adjective can tell about the size of that noun. Big, huge, large, little, short. Likewise, you can say big trees, huge mountains, little angel. Likewise. Next one, shape. Boxy, oval, round, square, triangular. You can say I have an oval shaped face. Likewise. Next one, taste. Bitter taste, sour, sweet, tangy, tart. And the order, flowery, fresh. They are fresh flowers. Musty, salty, stinky. Next one, an adjective tell us about the texture of that noun and the sound and the number, few, 50, many, two, and the weather, clear, dry, foggy, rainy, windy. Likewise, you can say today is a rainy day. Yesterday was a windy day. Now, children, look at this example sentence. A pleasant purr came from the furry black kitten. Here, this word purr is the sound that cats produce. So, what is the adjective they have used? Pleasant. A pleasant purr. Purr is the noun. So, this word describes about this sound. It's a pleasant purr. The pleasant sound came from the furry black kitten. Children, this word kitten is the noun. And you can see we have used two adjectives before this noun. So likewise, you can use more than two adjectives to describe one noun. Okay. And another important part of this is comparison of adjectives. Can you remember? There are 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative. Positive. Now look at the first example, that is big, and the comparative one is bigger. That means when we are comparing two items, we have to follow this way. And the third one is superlative form, the top level. Now look at these examples. Happy, happier, the happiest. The first girl is happy, but when we are comparing these two girls, the second girl is more happier than the first girl. Also, when we are comparing these 3 children, we can clearly see this third child is the happiest girl. Next one, good, better, best. Next one, useful, more useful, the most useful. Next one, young, younger, youngest. Young, younger, and the youngest. Next one, sweet, sweeter, the sweetest. Hot, hotter, the hottest. This sausage is hot, and this candle is hotter than this sausage. And among these 3 items, the sun is the hottest item. Okay. Now look at these example sentences. First one. When we talk about these 3 items, cherries are sweet. But when we compare these cherries and bananas, which one is sweeter? Bananas. So we can say bananas are sweeter than cherries. And the third one is cake. So we can say cake is the sweetest among all. Here what we did, we compared. අපි මෙතනදී සංසන්දනය කිරීමක් කරද්දී පළවෙනියටම අපි කිව්වා cherries are sweet. හැබැයි when we are comparing these two items together, then we say bananas are sweeter than cherries. Banana cherries වලට වැඩිය bananas තමයි sweet. එතකොට බලන්න අපි මෙතනදී මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. අපි මේ adjective එකට අගට er එකතු කරලා වගේම තව අපි extra word එකක් use කරනවා than. Bananas are sweeter than cherries. And the superlative or the top level is cake is the sweetest among all. Among these three items, cake is the sweetest one. එතකොට අපි මෙතනදී comparative එකේදී er සමග than කියන word එක එකතු කරලා තියෙනවා. Superlative form එකේදී the කියන article එකත් එක්ක adjective එකට අපි est එකතු කරලා තියෙනවා. That is the ordinary law we have to use in comparison of degrees. But look at this example sentence. Abacus. Abacus is useful. Then calculator is more useful than the abacus. And the computer is the most useful thing among all. But in this sentence, what has happened? I told you here we have to add er in the comparative form and est in the superlative form. But children, if an adjective has more than one syllable, what happened? We are not following that rule. Instead, we have to use this extra word more. And in the superlative form also, we have to use an word most. මං කලින් කිව්වා වගේ adjective එකකට එක syllable එකකට වැඩිය තියෙනවා නම් අපි එවැනි adjectives වල compare කරනකොට comparative form එකේදී අපි adjective එකට er වත් superlative form එකේදී est වත් add කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වෙනුවට අපි more කියන word එක සහ most කියන word එක use කරනවා. Useful, more useful, the most useful. And there are some other examples also. You can say beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. And also children, look at this example. Good, better, best. There are some few words that those words don't follow none of these rules. Look at this one. Little, less, least. Next one. Many, more, most. Next one. Bad, worse, worst. Here you can see when we are comparing items, here we use separate words for that purpose. Okay. Let's move on. Now, next we are going to talk about adverbs. Children, I told you that adjectives are noun modifiers. Then what about adverbs? Adverbs are verb modifiers. Adjectives are noun modifiers and adverbs are verb modifiers. That means an adverb describes a verb, an adjective or another adverb. It tells us how, when, where, how much and with what frequency. That means an adverbs provide the answers for these questions: how, where, when, how much and how often. If you can remember, there are several types of adverbs. Adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of time, adverbs of degree, and adverbs of frequency. Basically, it describes how this action has been done. Look at the example sentence. He ate the cake greedily. He ate the cake greedily. Now, what is the verb in this sentence? Ate. How did he eat the cake? Greedily. කෑදර කමින් තමයි ඔහු ඒක කෑවේ cake එක. Look at the second sentence. The child has done that work creatively. The child has done that work how? Creatively. Third sentence. I rarely go to the cinema. That means I rarely go to watch films in a cinema. Rarely. කලාතුරකින්. So likewise, we can use adverbs to describe the verb. Okay, children. This is your second activity. Underline all the adjectives and circle all the adverbs in the text. In this text, the same text is given. I'm going to read it again, and while I am reading this text, you can find out some adjectives and also some adverbs. Okay, children, I'm going to read this. So while I'm reading, you can jot down all the adjectives and adverbs you find. One day, a crow found a large piece of cheese. She sat in a tree and wanted to eat it. But suddenly, she saw a fox. The fox came up to the tree. He looked up and saw the crow. He saw a large piece of cheese also. The fox wanted to get the cheese. He had a good plan in his mind. He says, "How beautiful you are, Mrs. Crow. You have such big eyes and a beautiful nose. Your feathers are nice too. What a pity you cannot sing to show your voice." The crow opened her mouth and says, "But I can sing, caw, caw." When the crow opened her mouth, the piece of cheese fell out. The fox ran up to the cheese and ate it. "Thank you very much," he says. "The cheese was good, and you can sing well. What a pity you don't think well." And the fox ran away. Okay, children, this is the text. Were you able to find out any adjectives or an adverbs? Okay, we will see the answers. Here are the answers. Here I have underlined all the adjectives in red color and circled all the adverbs in green color. So these are the adjectives I found. Large. Again, the same adjective, large. Good, big, beautiful. Again, beautiful. Nice. Your voice. This word your describes this noun voice and a possession also, ownership. Your voice. Again, her and good. And this word good describes about the quality of this cheese. It's a good one. And what about adverbs? There are only two adverbs, suddenly and will. Here also the same adverb, will. Okay, children. These are the adjectives and adverbs given in this text. Let's move on. Shall we do some interesting activities? Yes, activity 3. Find out nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs in each sentence. Here I have given a table. In this table, I have given 6 sentences. In each and every sentence, you are going to find out the noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. Now look at the first example. The old man walked slowly to the park. The old man walked slowly to the park. So we can find two nouns here, man and park. And what is the verb in this sentence? That is walked. And the adjective is old and the adverb is slowly. Look at the second example. Some silly girls laughed happily in French class. Some silly girls laughed happily in French class. Silly means crazy. Likewise. So what are the nouns in this sentence? There are two nouns here, girls and class. And what is the verb in this sentence? That is laughed. Adjective is, there are two adjectives, silly and French. And what is the adverb given in this sentence? That is happily. Happily. Okay, children, there are four more sentences. Can you find these word classes of these given sentences? Okay, you can pause the video and you can find the answers. And after that, you can resume the video. Okay, these are the answers. Third sentence. Thomas and his friend work hard to get higher marks. That is the sentence. Sorry. In this sentence, there are three nouns. Those are Thomas, friend, and marks. And there are two verbs in this sentence. Those are worked and get. But the basic verb is work. Then there are also two adjectives, higher and his. And the adverb is hard. Hard is the adverb. Number 4. Poor villagers went sadly far away in search of drinking water. In this sentence also there are two nouns, villagers and water. And the verb is went. And the adjectives are poor and drinking. And the adverb is sadly. Number 5. Some mischievous boys are swimming carelessly in the dangerous river. Some mischievous boys are swimming carelessly in the dangerous river. So there are also two nouns, boys and river. And the verb is swimming. And the two adjectives are mischievous and dangerous. Mischievous boys and dangerous river. So what is the adverb? That is carelessly. The boys swam carelessly. And the last sentence. A fluffy cat chased the postman. A fluffy cat chased the postman. So the nouns are cat and the postman. And what is the verb in this sentence? That is chased. Chase means running after. And the adverb is fluffy. Fluffy. And there's no an adverb in this sentence. Okay, sure. How many corrections have you got? Okay, let's move on. Here I have given a copy of a dictionary page. Okay, have you ever referred to an Oxford English dictionary? Yes, what is the special thing about this dictionary? In Oxford English Dictionary, each and every detail about the words are given only in English. The meaning, and the example sentences and all the things are given in English. So if you have an Oxford English dictionary, you can go through that dictionary and you can study it. If you don't have, you can go to the school library. There you may find one. Okay, children, back to our lesson. Now, here I have given a part of the page. Now, in this page, you are going to find out a verb, a noun, an adjective, and an adverb. Now, look at this one. Normally, in a dictionary, especially in Oxford Dictionary, first you have given the word, and after that you have given symbols. Can you see here? There are some symbols. These symbols are called as phonetics. Phonetics are kind of symbols and they help us to pronounce the word correctly. But if you don't know the phonetics, it is impossible to identify the sounds. So don't worry about that. Let's focus on today's lesson. Now we are going to find out verb, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. Here I have highlighted them to help you. Yes, what is the verb we can find in this page? That is create. Look at this one, create. Here you have given the word class. Normally, in front of each and every word, they give the word class of that word. And after that, they will give the meaning of that word. And also some example sentences. So if you want to know a meaning of a word, you can refer to a dictionary and you can read the definition and also the example sentences. So it will help you to understand the meaning of this word. So the next one is noun. What is the noun you found here? That is creation. Creation, that is the noun. Here you have given. So what is the adjective given in this page? That is creative. Creative. That is the adjective. ADJ, that is the short form. That means adjectives. And what is the adverb? That is creatively. That is the adverb, creatively. Maybe you can find out many verbs, more than one verb, more than one noun here, and more than one adjectives or more than one adverbs. But I have selected these four words as these four words are very familiar and very common words. Okay, children, shall we write some meaningful sentences using these words? Look at the first sentence. Now I have taken the verb, that is create. The government plans to create more jobs for young people. The government plans to create more jobs for young people. This is the verb. Second sentence, I have used the noun. All the creations are done by the grade 10 students. All the creations are done by the grade 10 students. That is the noun. Next one, the adjective, you can say she is very creative. She is very creative. Number 4, the adverb, he presented his performance very creatively. He presented his performance how? Very creatively. That is the adverb. The first sentence is the government plans to create more jobs for young people. All the creations are done by the grade 10 students. She is very creative. He presented his performance very creatively. Children, see how this word changes according to the word class. බලන්න මේ එකම word එක same word එක word class එක අනුව change වෙන විදිහ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි adverbs අපිට ly දාලා හදාගන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාලා ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවා. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ විදිහට තමයි word class එක අනුව word එක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. But children, we can't find a regular pattern for that. So you have to identify the word class of the word. For that purpose, you can use a dictionary because each and everything is given in a dictionary. Okay, children. Here, this activity is for you. Here also, I have given another part of a dictionary page. Here you are going to find out the verb, noun, adjective and adverb of the given word and write sentences meaningfully. Let me help you to find out these words first. Noun. Can you see a noun in this page? You can pause the video and you can find out these words and you can resume the video. Okay, what is the noun you found here? That is beauty. Beauty. Here, beauty. That is the noun. And you have given the plural of this. This is the noun. And what is the verb? That is beautify. Beautify is the verb. Here you have given that verb. Next one is the adjective. What is the adjective? We can find out. Beautiful. Here you have given the short form adj, that is adjective. Beautiful. And what is the adverb? Beautifully. That is the adverb. Here you have given that. So children, use these words and try to write some sentences meaningfully. And look at this first word, beauty. That is a noun. So you have to use this noun in a sentence and try to write it meaningfully. He was impressed by the beauty of this world. And next one, the verb, beautify. You can say the flowers beautify the world. Or tiny butterflies beautify the world. Next one, the adjective. You can say she has got a beautiful voice. He has got a beautiful voice. Likewise. Next one, the adverb. You can say she danced beautifully. He performed beautifully. Likewise. So can you write sentences? Try. Next activity. Activity 5. Refer to a dictionary and fill in the table. Children, I hope all of you have got a dictionary at your home. So it is okay if you have a Malalasekara dictionary, that means English Sinhala dictionary, or you can use, if you have, it's better you can use an Oxford English dictionary or whatever. So you have to go through the dictionary and find out the other forms of the given word. That means I have given a word. So you have to find out the other word classes of the given word. Now the first one, imagine. That is the verb. Can you find out the noun, adjective and the adverb of this word imagine? Next one, color. That is the noun. And you have to find out the verb, adjective and the adverb. Number 3, verb is given, that is drink. Number 4, anger. If you don't know the meaning of this word, of course, you can refer to a dictionary and very easily you can find the meaning. And also the word classes. Number 5, the adverb is given fast. Number 6, care. Number 7, different. I think this is going to be very easy for you. And also, after completing this table, you have to do another activity, that is, you have to select any 3 and write meaningful sentences. Any 3 words, for example, you can select imagine, color, and drink. And you have to use these 4 word classes, and you have to write 4 sentences for each word. That means you have to write 12 sentences. Can you do it? Try to write some sentences. Try to write some simple sentences at first. Then you will realize how these words change according to the word form. Okay, for this purpose, use a dictionary. Okay, very good. Here, look at this next activity. Activity 6. Write whether the underlined word is a noun, verb, or an adjective. Children, I have given some sentences and I have underlined some words. So what you are going to do here is you are going to identify the word class of these underlined words. Now look at the first sentence. Place the open box on the counter. Place the open box on the counter. The underlined word is open. So the word class is adjective. It's an adjective. It describes this noun box. What type of box? An open box. It is open. It is always open. So you can say open box. Box is the noun. So it is modified by this word open. So open is the adjective. Second sentence. Jim opened the door. Jim opened the door. The underlined word is opened. Can you identify the word class of this word? Is it a verb, noun, or is it an adjective? There are only 3 word classes here. Third sentence, the opening is next week. The opening is next week. Number 4, later we will go to the dance competition. Later we will go to the dance competition. Number 5, will you dance with me? Next one, the dance ends at 10 p.m. The dance ends at 10 p.m. Number 7, Linda climbed the play structure at the park. Linda climbed the play structure at the park. Number 8, the children play outside in the summer. Number 9, Tina invited her friend to her play. Number 10, put your wash clothes away. Number 11, Dad washed the car last Sunday. Number 12, all dirty clothes go in the wash. All dirty clothes go in the wash. Children, you can pause the video again and you can write the answers, and after that you can resume the video. Okay, second sentence. Jim opened the door. Open. What is the word class? It is a verb. Verb. Third one. The opening is next week. Opening here is a noun. It's a noun. Later we will go to the dance competition. Dance competition. That is very easy. Dance is the adjective here. Adjective here. Number 5. Will you dance with me? Will you dance with me? What is the word class here? Verb. Number 6. The dance ends at 10 p.m. The dance here is a noun. Number 7. Linda climbed the play structure at the park. Play structure, that means the adjective. Number 8. The children play outside in the summer. It's a verb. And number 9. Tina invited her friend to her play. Here this play is the noun. Number 10. Put your wash clothes away. Wash clothes. Here the wash is an adjective. Number 11. Dad washed the car last Sunday. It is a verb. Number 12. All dirty clothes go in the wash. Here the wash means the washing machine. So it is a noun. Okay, these are the answers for this activity. Okay, let's move on. How many have you got corrected? You can check your answers. Yes, next one. Underline the correct word ending. Children, this is going to be a little bit tricky, but try to find the correct ending for these sentences. The given word. First one. The club has received an addition. Now here you have provided 3 answers. So you have to select which one is the correct one. So the first sentence is the club has received an additional allocation or additional allocation or additions allocation. What could be the correct answer? Second one, the announcer, the announcements, the announcing made by the ministry seem to contradict. That means something wrong. So which one is the correct answer? Announcer, announcements, or announcing? Third one. The bomb threat was made by an anonymity, anonymously, anonymous caller. Anonymous or that means strange, that you don't know. Number 4. Mrs. Silva is liked by everyone for her kindliness, kindly, or kindness. What is the correct answer? Number 5. Mr. Pereira was able to identification, or identify the thief. Number 6. The building was completed, destroyed by the fire. Number 7. In some areas, wastewater from hospitals is discharged direction, or directly into rivers. Last one. In spite of health hazardously, many people like to eat junk food. Junk food means fast food. Okay, children, can you find the correct ending? You can pause the video and you can write the answers, and after that you can resume the video. Okay, first one. The club has received an, what is the correct answer? Second one, additional allocation of tickets. Number 2, the announcements made by the ministry seem to contradict. Third one, the bomb threat was made by an Anonymous caller. Anonymous means strange. You don't know about that. The person. Anonymous caller. Number 4. Mrs. Silva is liked by everyone for her kindness. Kindness. Number 5. Mr. Pereira was able to identify the thief. Identify the thief. Number 6. The building was completely destroyed by the fire. Number 7. In some areas, wastewater, that means polluted water, from hospitals is discharged or disposed the correct answer is directly. The correct answer is directly. The third answer is the correct one. Into rivers. Number 8. In spite of health hazards, that means health diseases or health hazards, many people like to eat junk food or fast foods. Okay, children. Now, shall we read the sentences again? First one. The club has received an additional allocation of tickets. Second one. The announcements made by the ministry seem to contradict. Number 3. The bomb threat was made by an anonymous caller. Number 4. Mrs. Silva is liked by everyone for her kindness. Number 5. Mr. Pereira was able to identify the thief. Number 6. The building was completely destroyed by the fire. Number 7. In some areas, wastewater from hospitals is discharged directly into rivers. Number 8. In spite of health hazards, many people like to eat junk food. Okay, how many have you got corrected? So, okay, you can check your answers. Good. Let's move on. Here, children. Activity 8. Fill in the blanks using suitable adjectives and adverbs. Here in this paragraph, you have to guess a suitable adjective and adverb. Here within brackets, I have mentioned whether you have to use an adjective or an adverb. I have used ADJ for adjectives and ADV for adverbs. So, read the paragraph and can you guess adjectives? Because I have not given the answers. So, you have to guess the answers. Here you have only 2 word classes, adjectives and adverbs only. Okay, first one, shall we read the paragraph? It was a day with the sun shining, blank. I, blank, phoned my friends asking them to come over for a picnic. I, blank, drove into town to buy some food and drink. When I got to town, I was surprised at how busy it was. After I had finished shopping, I threw the bags into the car, blank. I, blank, drove into the driveway and I smiled, blank, because I saw my, blank, friends sitting in the garden waiting for me, blank. Later we had a, blank, picnic together. Okay, this is the paragraph. You can pause the video and you can fill the blanks, and after that you can resume the video. Can you guess the answers for these blanks? Okay, first one. It was a. Here you have to use an adjective because after this there's a noun. Day. You have to describe this one. This noun, day. It was a blank day. You have got a clue with the sun shining. It's a sunny day. So you can use any word, any adjective, but here I have used beautiful. It was a beautiful day. Or you can use it was a fine day, fine, beautiful, whatever, a suitable one. It was a beautiful day with the sun shining. Sun is shining how? Adverb. How? Brightly. You can use some other words, but I have used brightly. Next one. I blank phone my friends asking them to come over for a picnic. Here also you have to use an adverb. I phone. How did you phone? Slowly. I have used slowly. I slowly phoned my friends asking them to come over for a picnic. Next, I blank drove into town to buy some food and drink. Here also you have to use another adverb. I have used happily because I'm going to join my friends for a picnic. So I am so happy. So I happily drove into town to buy some food and drink. When I got to town, I was surprised at how busy it was. The town was very crowded and busy. After I had finished shopping, I threw the bags into the car. How did you throw it? Quickly. Here you have to write an adverb. So I used quickly. I blank drove into the driveway. How did you drive? I carefully drove into the driveway because the town was very busy and crowded. So I carefully drove into the driveway and I smiled. How? Happily because I saw my blank friends. Which friends? I have used best friends. I saw my best friend sitting in the garden waiting for me. How? Impatiently. Noivasillen. I saw my best friend sitting in the garden waiting for me impatiently. Later, we had a blank picnic together. Here the word noun is picnic, so you have to modify that noun. So I have used wonderful picnic. Wonderful picnic together. Shall we read the paragraph again? It was a beautiful day with the sun shining brightly. I slowly phoned my friends, asking them to come over for a picnic. I happily drove into town and to buy some food and drink. When I got to town, I was surprised at how busy it was. After I had finished shopping, I threw the bags into the car quickly. I carefully drove into the driveway and I smiled happily because I saw my best friends sitting in the garden waiting for me impatiently. Later, we had a wonderful picnic together. Picnic means a short trip. Okay, children. These are the answers for these blanks. You can write some other adjectives or adverbs, but be careful to select suitable ones. Okay, children. Let's move on. This is your last activity. This is quite interesting. Activity 9. Write one noun, verb, or an adjective that can be associated with each place listed below. Now, what you are going to do here is you have to write noun, verbs, and adjectives. Now, look at the example. Shopping mall. I have given some names of places. Now, for example, first I have given shopping mall. So you have to find out some nouns, verbs, and adjectives that you can see in particular places. Now, example, shopping mall. Can you tell me a noun you can see in the shopping mall? People. What are the other nouns you can see? You can see people, clothes, food items, customers, sellers. Shopping mall means shopping complex. Okay. Can you find a verb in this shopping mall? You can say shop or buy, sell, chat also, watch, look. Yes, those are some verbs. And the next one is adjectives. What type of adjectives you can find in a shopping mall? You can say exciting customers, beautiful, beautiful clothes. If you are shopping in a textile shop in the shopping malls, and you can use beautiful clothes. And expensive clothes, expensive food. Likewise, I think you got me. So what are the places I have mentioned here? Number one, your school. In your school, you have to find out one noun, one verb, and one adjective. Can you tell me a noun? Your school. You can say girls or boys or students, teachers, principals. Likewise. Then what about verbs? You can write teach, learn, fight sometimes. And adjectives, if you have a big playground, then you can use the adjective big because you have a big playground. So you can use big. And kind teachers, kind. Likewise, you can select any adjective. The next one is the playground. Third one is your home. Next one is the beach. Next one is a cricket match. In a cricket match, what are the nouns, verbs, and adjectives you can find? Next one, number 6, hospital. Number 7, a party. Number 8, a library. This is quite interesting. Can you find those word classes or some example words for these places? Try to do it. This is for your homework. Okay, children. Then today, basically, we talk about parts of speech. Actually, only 4 parts of speech: nouns, verbs, adverbs, and adjectives together. There, first we talk about nouns and types of nouns, and we talk about verbs, regular verbs and irregular verbs, and we underline and circle all the adjectives and nouns and verbs respectively. And we talk about adjectives and the 3 degrees of comparison. And we talk about adverbs I told you adverbs are verb modifiers. And also, again, we underline and circle out the adjectives and adverbs respectively. And we did some activities. And we went through a page of a dictionary, and there we found verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs, and we wrote some meaningful sentences. Yes. Okay. Okay, children. Try to do these activities, and I hope you have got an idea about how to use these word classes and how to write sentences using these word classes. Okay, I hope this lesson was good for you. You have got the points. Okay, then thanks for joining me, and I hope to meet you again with a new lesson. Goodbye and stay safe.